What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry we have been gone for so long, but life gets in the way of all of our plans. What we have decided to do, seeing that how me and Felicia have similar platforms, we are going to be doing all of the tackling the small common problems, installs, and fixes on both of these cars. Obviously this one's Felicia's, this one's mine. If you have a G35 or 350Z, one problem you're going to run to at some point is your trunk struts, the little hydraulic pump that just lifts it up when you press the button. Unfortunately for me, mine were already going bad and they're barely passable even at OEM spec. But once you put something as nice as this wing on the car, I'm going to show you guys what ends up happening. So I have this lovely wing that I got done for the wedding, and every time I press the button, that happens. The problem that causes is, let's say I have a flat tire or anything like that, all of the equipment that I need to do any type of maintenance to the car or just putting a bag or something in here is locked away, so I need a second person to even get in my trunk. So today all we're going to be doing is showing you guys how to replace the two struts, which are located here and here. Felicia's going to have to help me a little bit. She's behind the camera. But Felicia's going to have to help me get the trunk open initially, and from then on, it's a very quick process. It should only take us about 2 or 3 minutes to get it all done. So now I'm going to press the button, and Felicia will actually lift the trunk up for me.
Voila!
So it's not broken, they're just not good. And if you look here, you'll see this is the original strut right there, and the second one is located right there. They're not hidden, no secret sauce, no plot twist. You just have to know how to replace them, and they are going to be being replaced by the new high pressure ones that I got from Z1. I will put a link in the description below for these specifically, but they work for all 350s and G35s. They're pretty universal, but once I get these all mounted up, I should have no problem popping the trunk and having it lift all the way up without assistance from a second person. So all you're going to need to do this is going to be one small flathead screwdriver, not one of the wide ones, but actually one that has a slightly thinner bit to it. That's because when you look at these struts here, there's a little retaining clip that sits right here. It's not too complicated, but only small screwdrivers will fit in, and all you do is just pop that little retaining clip off, and what that'll allow you to do is pop this one off and this off, and then pushing these on, if you look inside here, you don't have to release the retaining clip to actually get this to press on, because the socket on top is a ball, so you just pop it straight in, and then from there you just pop the bottom one on. You should have no problem. But before I go there, Felicia did inform me that I was wrong. It's universal for all Gs because Gs are not hatches. 350Zs are hatches, so their strut is actually longer, whereas the G35 is a coupe, or it comes in a sedan, but the strut is specifically for having a trunk versus a hatch. So don't buy a 350Z and thinking you're going to get a G35 one. Pro tip. Alright, so all we do is we take a screwdriver and we just pop this retaining clip off, like so. There goes one. Down at the bottom, just like I said, you get this little screwdriver in, wedge the retaining clip out. Oh, before I do that, let me just pop this one off, give myself a little bit of access to it. But like I said, you just twist those off, and there's a ball as the little socket, so you can push it basically right back on. Like, actually, that makes it so much easier. Now pop the second clip off, and this ball comes right off. There we go. Old and busted, new hotness. But as I said, all you have to do from there is just press these back on. Now be careful to make sure everything's lined up. They do twist, but that's only meant to give you the ability to line it up. Don't just go extending it and contracting it. And the best way to do it is to put the bottom one on first, then twist this to line up with the top one. And then from there, all you need is just enough pressure to put it on. So I'll pop this one in first, make sure everything's lined up. That's good. And then from there, actually I need to push the trunk up a bit. And then from there, just bring it in and pop it on. tighten you up. There we go. And should be, oh my god, the trunk is so tall. Alright, well, I'm gonna leave that there. And I'm gonna come back and do it on the other one. I think what's actually happening is I need a little bit more range on it. And because of the trunk, the way the trunk sits, I actually need to compress this. Just either compress this a bit or push the trunk up a bit.
Well, probably when you take this one off, you'll have extra room.
Yeah, but either way, once I get it lined up, you saw how easy that one popped on, so I just need to get enough space to pop that one on. So let's work our way over to this one. This is literally a one-handed job, to be honest. One. And two. Then from there, again, old and busted versus the new hotness, which is located right here. Now, hopefully, I can get one of these things to actually sit on. There we go. That's one. And yeah, this one is also just a bit long, but let's see if now that I have a little bit of space, I can lean this trunk up slightly. Don't put too much pressure on the hinges, but yeah, I got enough range now. Oh yeah. So I guess I'm just gonna have to use my head to solve my problems. Done. One. Work smarter, not harder.
I mean, I could like totally help you, but
I'm pretty sure you're getting a good laugh out of just watching me do it. But no problem. Done. Takes a little bit of muscle to get it working, but take all this stuff out the way.
smooth.
Alright guys, moment of truth. Now that we've replaced the two struts, if everything went the way it's supposed to, when I hit the button on the trunk, there should be exactly enough space for me to lift it up. Just press it twice just to be sure. Nope. Let's see. I might have to just have a little bit of space on before I do it. I'll try it one more time. There we go. So basically, replacing the struts, for me, the issue was there wouldn't be enough of a gap with releasing it to actually lift it off of the lock. So with the weight of the wing, I couldn't get that initial bump off of the lock to give me a little bit of space. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do, because the wing's so heavy, is just make sure I pull against the lock before I try to unlock it. But it's not a hatch where, if you look at Felicia's car over there, when you press the button on the trunk, it actually gives it a good boost off of it. Mine is just enough that you need to be able to lift it with your finger. If you check these struts right here, these are actually the ones for the 350Z. They need to be able to lift this hatch really high. And these bumpers here aren't on G35s, but they're on 350Zs because there's way more weight on this than there is on that. But it looks like the install was quick. Didn't cause any problems. I obviously have to do stuff a little bit differently because the wing's heavy. But hopefully you guys found this video informative. I know there was a couple little goofy jokes back and forth, and there was the one blooper of the thing actually not opening. But it is fixed, it does work, but again, my wing's just heavy, so I have to do it a little specially for myself. That being said, my name's Will, and Felicia's obviously behind the camera. Make sure you follow the Car Couple Instagram, where Felicia's completely in charge of all those pictures, so I apologize for whatever comes out. YouTube is my job. Instagram is her job. I will put the Car Couple tag either here or here. That being said, once again, my name's Will, Felicia's behind the camera, and we will see you guys in the next one.